In this video, I'm going to teach you how to read minds so that you can know what someone is thinking now, what they were thinking 5 years ago, yesterday, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, what they are going to think tomorrow, and what they are going to think in the future. So you are going to hear all the conversations that they will have in the future, all the conversations that they had in the past, what they thought in the past or in the future or present, so that you can know what is in people's minds any day, anytime. One of the people that have mastered this technique in the whole world is me, one of them. And I started doing telepathy, reading people's mind. This should be 2011. Yes, 2011. So I went to a website and I asked them on the website how to do telepathy. So they gave me a series of words to say. I'm going to repeat these words for you. And since then, it has been working. So after then, I developed some stuff, like some techniques to use. But this is the beginning. I like to teach you from the beginning so that you can also develop like me. Because if you don't do everything from the beginning the same way I did it, then you might not get it the way I got it. So from the beginning, I recited some words. So on the website, they said, repeat these words 4 times. Mind, read, energy. Take away, normal, feed. FEED, normal, feed. Mind, read, energy. Take away, 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 normal, feed. So, it doesn't make sense. Okay? It doesn't make sense to me. Even till now, it still doesn't make sense. Because those words don't make sense. So I don't know how those words were able to help me to achieve telepathy. Because they literally have no meaning to me. But they actually worked. So maybe they worked because of the faith that I had that, okay, this should be for telepathy. Maybe. Maybe you can develop your own. I begin to read people's minds. I know their thoughts. And I know what they are thinking. Maybe that's what you do for yourself. If you try that, it can work. But I'm telling you, the beginning of my telepathy was those first words that I mentioned. Now, from there, we move to the technique. Because after I said those words, mind, read, energy, take away, normal, feed, 4 times, I just went out. And I knew that this man is going to turn left. This man is going to turn right. You know, I just watched the movie, Legend of the Seeker. It was really hot then in my body. I was like, how are these people able to do this stuff? How can you read someone's mind? I was able to tell that this one is going left, this one is going right. But I still was not able to know what someone is thinking in the past, what they thought in the past, or what they will think in the future. Or even what they are thinking currently. I can just know what they are going to do. Now, this is where the technique comes in. Understand that clairvoyance or prophetic is advanced telepathy. You go from telepathy to clairvoyance or to prophetic. But there's an in-between point between telepathy and prophetic, which is clairvoyance. And that middle point is called simple clairvoyance. That middle point is simple clairvoyance. Now, I know people say simple clairvoyance is when you can look through an object and read at the other side. You look at physical objects and you can see what is inside. There's a magnet here. I can see a magnet in this place without opening it. There's a magnet here. There's a magnet and some little wires there. That's what is inside without opening it. I know. That's simple clairvoyance, right? To do telepathy, you also have to activate the simple clairvoyance. Just that you are using a lower level of clairvoyance. Now, let me explain to you. You need to get it. Don't make mistakes. There are different kinds of telepathy. If you want to hear what someone is thinking in the past, you have to think about the person first. They can be 10,000 kilometers away. It doesn't matter. Think about the person. Once you think about this person, think about the past, their past. what they said in the past. Think about what they said in the past, like 2022, 2023. Let it bring any random stuff. You'll begin to hear sounds, spiritual sounds. So telepathy comes with sounds. Sometimes you can see a vision, but don't disturb yourself with visions. What will happen is that you'll be hearing words in your mind in the person's voice of what they said. Boom, you've gotten it. Once you want to do it too, I can tell someone, this is what you are going to say in the future. These exact words. You've not seen anybody doing that, but I can do it. I've done all these things. What the person will say in the future, I will recite it word for word. You can use the same technique for it too, but you think of the future. Now, you are going to think what the person is thinking. In some other cases of telepathy, of reading minds. So if someone is in front of you, as long as you talk to them, if someone is in front of you and you want to read their mind, you will need to create a rapport. It is important to read the mind of someone that is in front of you. You need to create a rapport. A rapport can be just talking with the person for some few minutes, just chatting normally, being in close proximity with the person so that your aura can interact with the person's aura. Once the person is close enough to you for some minutes, they are thought to be leaking into your energetic field and to be coming directly to your head. As long as that is your desire. So you'll be thinking what they are thinking. But the thoughts you can only read are genuine thoughts that came out from the person's mind without thinking. Thoughts that come from their mind without thinking. Thoughts that they send out with too much energy. So you can't go and be like, oh yeah, tell me what I'm thinking now. The moment someone says, tell me what I'm thinking now, they've guarded their mind. So it's easy for you to read people's mind when they are not even expecting it because they are open. The moment they say, tell me what I'm thinking now, they've closed their mind. So these things have rules. But once you get close to this person face to face, your field is with their field, you just think the exact same thing they are thinking. Here, your third eye. So you will hear it in your mind. That's how you know. So when you're in the church and someone needs help, they are very open. You can tell them why they came to meet you, what they want a prophecy about, because their mind is open. It's telepathy. Now, another kind of telepathy that you can do is when you go through the mind of the person. When you meditate on the person, let's say with a picture, you have a picture of the person, or you just know the face of the person. You meditate on the person and you are searching their mind for a particular information. Because this was where I first started with telepathy. I didn't start with prophecy or prophetic or clairvoyance. I first started with telepathy. It was when I now mastered telepathy very well that, and it now there's no way you are master telepathy that you will not graduate to clairvoyance. Because when you look at somebody, maybe you look at their picture, you now begin to search their mind. What did they eat? What are they doing? You are reading their mind. Before you know it, will switch into a vision. And from that vision, you begin to see everything that they are doing. So that's the transition from telepathy to clairvoyance. Do you understand? The first the first $100 I received online was for a man that paid me. He said I should read someone's mind, and it was accurate. Then I was not even a prophet. I was just, I just knew telepathy. The first $500 that I received online in 2019, yeah, when I was in school, is from a man in the United States, an Indian. He paid me to read the mind of his wife in India. He was in the United States, the wife was in India. He told me to read the mind of the woman, what she's doing currently, everything that she's doing. And I was able to get the information. And to confirm if I was correct, I called the guy. The guy was already deep in prophecy. He was a prophetic person. I've been hearing about him since 2016. But then I could not really do like word of knowledge like the way I can do now. The guy was way more better than me. I was just a master of telepathy, not really deep in prophetic like that. So I told him to read the person's mind also. Since I was paid $500, I could share some money with him, like maybe a couple of dollars. So I just wanted to know if the information would be the same. And the information we got was the same, exactly the same. Just that he used prophecy, then I used telepathy. So it was during that period I now switched and now started to learn from the guy. How do you do this prophecy of a thing? How do you do the word of knowledge? So all these things I can do now really started, the prophetic really started in 2019 when I started learning from different people, different people. And before you know it, I got it. I learned from so many people, so many people. So I'm not just a product of one person, one teacher. No, I learned from so many people. So now I join it all together. So that's why it seems like I know this one, I know this one, I know this, and I know different things. But that's how it works. So if you want to join my prophetic school, or you want to get my book on how to prophesy, or you want to learn how to summon angels, click the link below and I'll help you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, I'll see you soon.